Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Before Kat Deely and Ben Shepherd took over as hosts of This Morning, Storm Huntley, who is a celebrity on Channel 5, responded by saying that she was delighted when her name was mentioned in connection with the position of host. In an exclusive interview with Express.co.uk, she expressed her excitement at the possibility of portraying one of the most sought-after roles in television, saying, "I am delighted. Each and every time it occurs, I lose my balance and fall off my chair. My position is comparable to that of Kat Deely and Davina McCall, according to the classification system. As a child, I looked up to these individuals as my heroes. All of a sudden, I find myself in papers being named alongside these individuals who I have spent my entire life watching and who were comparable to megastars. When I think about the fact that I have my own show on a major station like Station 5, I still have to literally pinch myself. Simply put, I am completely ecstatic to be a part of this. Continue to include me in the discussion," she stated. "I believe that some members of my family find it particularly hilarious. Sometimes it's nice just to make them think that you're lying," she quipped, acknowledging that her family does not always believe her every time she dismisses such accusations. "There are times when it feels quite strange. To be on the receiving end of this is like asking, 'How did this happen?' Especially for someone who has studied journalism and worked in the field of journalism. Nevertheless, I am fortunate enough to be in this scenario for whatever reason. Due to the fact that I have been extremely fortunate, I am unable to genuinely complain." In preparation for the birth of her second child with her husband, Care Okan, who is the lead vocalist of the Les Fontaines, Storm, who is 38 years old, is now on maternity leave from her namesake Channel 5 current affairs show. Her career path to this point looks to be quite unique, as she began her career as a weather presenter and then transitioned into children's television, where she currently hosts Down on the Farm alongside JB Gill, who is 38 years old and a star of Strictly Come Dancing. "It does appear like there was no sense to it. Doesn't it take your breath away? The reason for this is that, as far as I can tell, there was none," she chuckled. "When I first started working in the field of meteorology, I had already been trained as a journalist, and I had previously worked in the newsroom of the BBC. In a scenario similar to last one in, first one gone, every single person working in the BBC newsroom was being terminated with immediate effect. So I thought to myself, how am I going to get a job that will last a lifetime? I was under the impression that a name like Storm Weather would be the best approach to do that. My next step was to begin working as a presenter for a regional television station. They assigned me the responsibility of covering their flagship program whenever the main anchor was absent. Following that, I began presenting presentations that were similar to those found in magazines, and that is how I ultimately found myself here. Considering that I possess a degree in both economics and politics, it was inevitable that I would eventually find myself working in some form of factual or current affairs programming. In spite of the fact that it was initially conceived as a response to the weather, Down on the Farm ultimately turned out to be about something other than the weather. Therefore, despite the fact that it did not appear to be rational, each step followed a certain development. The fact that my career has been a bit of a ping-pong up until this point is another reason why I am so happy with it. On the other hand, I believe that all of the ideal and most fascinating occupations are. After returning from maternity leave after giving birth to her son Otis, Storm was offered her own show in May of 2023. Although she describes it as her dream job, she is already making plans for the future and has long-term goals of producing additional documentaries. You know, having a job in factual programming and having a show with your name on has always been the dream job. This was the dream job. I do not believe that it was even a goal since it was so much outside the parameters of what was going to happen. I am currently in this position, and I am thinking to myself, well, I am going to have to come up with a few other challenges for myself and a few other goals. This is because it has arrived. More documentary work is something I'd really like to do. Doing more things that are projects that I am passionate about, possibly even documentaries, is something that I would love to undertake. On the other hand, I couldn't be happier with where I am now.